Happy Monday, everyone, and welcome back to City Skylines. Pretty excited today. We have the university expansion. Just came out last week. Tilt my mic here. There we go. So we have our property that we had already zoned out for university here in the Sterling district, and we might check out some of the new expansion properties. We did get that installed, didn't we? What do we have here? So it looks like it also reset some of our tutorial steps, but let's see. University, those are the original universities. Public library, community school. Public library got added. So I think what we'll need to start with is to actually zone out this area. I've watched a couple of introductory videos, but I actually didn't want to spoil too much, so I haven't watched very many full playthroughs of the new expansion. We may want to move a couple of the buildings that we've put down here. Like there's a basic university. I'm thinking that what we may want to do is move it and then shut it down after we've constructed everything. So that might be what we start off with here. Let's go ahead and just relocate it for now. People will be upset momentarily. Let's just kind of move it over here. And then what else did we have in this area? We had good parking here. We have a park, police, firehouse, botanical garden, tax office. These things can be moved as well. And then we have our football stadium. The football stadium could also be moved. I wonder if it would be ill-advised to just put that down the street from the Opera House. I mean, two places that have events drawing people to the same area of town. Pros and cons to that. Hey, Matt. All right. You know, it actually looks like some of our trolley or some of our trams had been backed up, but now they look like they've cleared out. I think it was just a matter of everything loading. No, they're actually backing up here on this intersection, so I'll have to check that out in a bit. But right now we're plotting out getting started with university expansion. And if you're not going to be able to stick around for the whole show, then I'll have everything highlighted up on the channel so you can check it out when you get back. But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I know. I like the purple, though. But yes. Oh, so I took the old university, I temporarily moved it. We just moved it right over here, so it's still active. However, and it still has all the students and everything. What we're going to do is we're going to build the new university expansion buildings in this area, and once that's up and running, then we'll either move this further away or we'll shut it down. Because we're going to go from that vanilla building to a whole property of university stuff over here. And right now I'm just debating on where I want to put the stadium, and I'm thinking that down here might actually be a good place for it. We don't see a whole lot of traffic along this road necessarily, and so actually having an offshoot here with a stadium might be kind of cool. Let's take a look at our districts here. You can, just like with the Park Life expansion, you could keep your old ploppable parks, like this one right here. You can still have the old types of things, but with the new expansion, you can have the whole zone, and then they work a little bit differently depending on if you use the different buildings or not. So you can choose to play with or without it, even if you have the DLC installed, which is pretty cool. I think what I'm going to do here is, there we go, come off of this road. I think I want to bring it just straight down. We'll put additional parking if we need to. Let's actually go just a little bit further here. There we go. And let's relocate our stadium. How much is that going to cost? We have some job concerns down here too. Stadium relocation. 40,000. No big deal. I'm not worried about money. We will place it right over here. And if we start seeing a lot of people parking on the street or traffic, then we could place a parking lot. You know what, though? Let's just go ahead and plan for that. Let's say these types of parking lots here. Commercial parking lot, 6x4. Let's search for that. commercial parking. While that's searching, we'll have a drink. I believe this is what we're looking for. Commercial parking lot 6x4. We'll give 1 or 2 down here. Yeah, we can fit a couple. So let's plop those in. Let's actually put a little bit of space between them. We'll do a third one. We could actually put some trees or things like that in between, which I've been thinking about doing a little bit more often. So there we go. We have some individual parking across from our stadium. Looks good. All right. Oh, garbage issues here at the cargo harbor. Now there's a garbage truck right there. So it's just on the outskirts of getting there on time, it looks like. And we have a purple cargo ship drifting in from the river. Oh, here's one that's going to come under our bridge. I've been waiting for this because I kind of want to see. I don't think I lifted the bridge enough, and it may clip. And I just kind of want to see how bad it looks. You know, that's okay. I mean, it clipped its antenna, but I don't really want to mess with it much more than it currently is. Like, from a distance, that looks okay. Yeah, that looks okay. We might tweak it later, but right now, it's fine. We have other stuff that we want to do. The stadium still moved over all of its numbers. Our team's lost the last 2 games. You guys need to work on that. Alright, what else do we have? Do we have any other major things being highlighted here? Some garbage issues down here. Maybe about time to expand some of our garbage collection. These guys are all fine. You had a minor lack of raw materials. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Back where we were over here. Let's relocate some of these other support buildings here. Just thinking if I want to pull them off of a different road. Just looking here. Let's continue this road down like we were kind of talking about a moment ago. Yeah, we'll bring this road down. And then we'll reconnect that power just in case that was important. We'll actually just put it over here. There we go. And we may move some stuff like this back over, but tax office is headed over here. And the botanical garden is going to head over here. And you know what? While we're at it, we will go ahead and move the parking zones too to just across the street, because we want to clear out as much of this as we can for the moment. There we go. What else do we have over here? We have the post office. Post office can probably stay. We'll leave the police and the fire for now. We actually have all this spiffy overhead pathways. We'll leave those, even though we're going to get new university paths as well, which I think we're going to use a lot more over here. In fact, let's go ahead and take out, yeah, just that section, because we're going to do a lot more over here on the left. Maybe some over here on the right. We already have a subway connection, right? What is this? This is the taxi stand. Can we close that? There we go. Nope. Do we have an autosave? Oh no! We had a crash. Alright, well, I will be right back then. Looks like we had an autosave about 2 or 3 minutes ago, so we may have to redo a couple things. But we'll wait for this to get loaded up. No sense in streaming the loading screen. 12 gigs, 13 gigs, 14 gigs. Glad I upgraded my RAM. 16 gigs. Just about there. You'll hear a loud open air noise once it's done loading. Meanwhile, we're grooving to this synthwave music from Nihilore. This is why I always preload this game prior to the stream, because otherwise it would take this long every time to get started. I think we'll avoid clicking on the taxi stand this time. There is a glitch where if you click on the information, or if you click on an individual thing, like a building or a person, and you get that little pop-up information window, that if you kind of scroll away from it and it's over on the edge of the screen, you can't close it. You kind of have to zoom out to the point where you could see a lot more around it. Then you could close it, and I've run into that plenty of times, and it seemed like that was what was happening, but then I clicked like 3 times and it crashed, so kind of let my patience get the better of me there, I think. Alright, here we go. Let's switch back over. Let's see if we can get that to pop in. There we go. Alright, so what do we still have to do? We have to move those again. That's fine, we could redo that real quick. We grabbed you, we brought you down a couple blocks. We reconnected you right here. Then we popped out of that. We moved you over here. We moved you right next door. This parking lot here. Oh no, is it happening again? Let's try that again. No, we can't seem to move it. Nor can we close the info window. I wonder if a mod is affecting it. There we go. Whew. Okay, so we will need water over here, it looks like. Yeah, let's get that. Bring that down. And another here. There we go. So I think we're about where we were before. And I was looking to see where we had the subway, because I think we had the subway come up here. And I was about to come over and take a look at the transit line. Yeah, no, that's right. We have the subway entrance right there in the middle. Right there, under the shadow of the skywalk. And a bus stop right next door. Yeah, we've already got great transportation down here to the university area. So now let's take a look at zoning a university. Paint a campus area. We want this whole little area here. Let's grab this whole square, even the area coming off of the highway there. All these trees. I know that campus beauty is a statistic that you want to try to improve, so maybe we can include those trees and maybe that'll give us a little bonus. Alright, campus area. It has no name yet. We need to put in an administration building, I believe. So what are we have trade school campus, liberal arts college, university campus, varsity sports, museums, And under modder packs, we have faculty buildings, which I think we had previously for the actual education tab. Gotcha. Thank you for the tutorial. So I think we'll start with Liberal Arts College campus area. We need an administration building, and here are our university paths, and we can't build anything else until we actually put in the administration building, which I think we'll do right here off of this main road. So let's just bring it, yeah, to right there. And that has immediately unlocked several of our other types of buildings. We have the dormitory, the study hall, groundskeeping, and the drama club. So what's a university without some dorms? Let's actually plan out, one moment here, let's take this back another step. Let's plan out some pathways. I want this to be a pedestrian college with like a quad, and I want the paths to go off in different directions, because I've heard that in the university expansion, you can snap your university buildings to the paths themselves. So let's see here. Can I kind of shrink this road down? Yeah, there we go. So we have our main building here, and I think we'll put in some parking. I mean, we have this other parking over here, but can we move it? Not really. In fact, clicking for info is not really working right now. Not sure what's causing that. Let's hit escape. Save. Let that save for a moment. There we go. Had to kind of shake it out of whatever issue it was having. Let's relocate this parking. It has some underground parking. It is a pretty cool parking lot. Relocate. There we go. Let's snap it over here to this road if we can. It's a little too steep. Let's anarchy that in. There we go. So now we have, oh, they're so mad and then happy again with the local park being moved. It counts as a park. Let's see if we can get this road here connected so they can pull in. I think that's how that works. Let's go from here to here. Right, are we good? Ish. This is kind of wonky, but I think it'll probably work. And if I remember correctly, we can look underground if we choose roads and then page down. Yeah, we can kind of see how they drive down into here and there's parking underneath. Alright, turn off the move it tool. And stop the roads, there we go. Alright, so we still have our parking here with Edward Thompson Tunnel underneath. And now we can actually put in some pathways. So they're going to park, or they're going to go to the university administration building, and then they are going to start walking. So let's see here. University, we have the path, and we have path with decorations. Let's stick with the path with decorations because we are a fancy town with fancy schools. So let's start here. If we can, or let's actually have it snap a little differently here. Let's do snap to angle, but not to road length or guidelines. That way we can actually get... Oh, I see. There's actually a path that runs around the school already. So yeah, we can come off of that, and we'll actually bring it down to the road as well. But let's come off of that first, and let's say, okay, if you're walking around behind the school, let's bring this all the way over. Let's also kind of connect it here to the sidewalk. They may just want to walk on from the street. Awesome. And we have lots of pedestrians from either side here as well. Wow, look at that high school. So we may actually just want to go ahead and bring this down and connect it as well. Let's bring that straight down and this straight over. And then let's also connect from over here, just to give them a way to get in from the other side of town. In fact, let's not make them walk all the way down. They may already be coming from over here. Let's just give them a couple of path options here. Like, let's bring this over and down. And then that can come over here. Let's bring this straight. This straight. There you go. And then let's also bring one from up here on this side of town. We have a path here, so let's kind of see if we can bring it off of that. Just straight in. Do we want to connect there? Maybe. Let's connect there, and let's also maybe connect over here. We could do some interesting stuff with that. This is a little tight here, but again, I'm kind of thinking with my car traffic brain, and pedestrian paths are much more lenient. We'll do some other neat stuff in here, I think. Let's see here. We want to have some paths come down this side of this parking lot. Definitely at least there, and it connects there. Good. Can we bring it in? We can. I don't know if they'll walk onto it. It has like a border. That's fine though. And then we can also kind of come in from over here on the sidewalk. Let's do it from here. Okay, let's bring this down. Past. Okay, that works. Works for now. Let's bring that over and snap to. There we go. So that'll come in from that sidewalk. They can come in from here, across the street here. This doesn't need to have lights. All good. And then this is a highway. You know, we've had, like we did over here, we have an overpass, and if we have anybody who lives down here who needs to walk to the university, we will give them the ability. So let's see, we have a sidewalk right here that they may walk up. This is an industrial area, but they may want to walk up and cross over the highway here, so let's give them the option. Let's take this path. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Up and over the highway, and then bring it down 1, 2, 3 to just right there. And then 1, 2, 3 down to there and connect. University students can make their way over if they are biking or if they are walking. There they go. So then in here, let's have some paths that kind of branch out from here. So let's take one here. Let's do something interesting. Let's take like a 45-degree angle here. Nah, not exactly a 45-degree angle. Let's bring it down at an angle like that. And then another one here. Yeah. Maybe we come off there and we come straight down to here. In fact, let's bring this straight out. And this could be a 90-degree angle off of that to match here. Yeah. That's good, that's good. Then maybe we have like another comes over to here. And maybe it does something interesting like it comes up and over. Did that connect well? It did. So now we have some places where we can put down some of our buildings, and we may want to have some other offshoot paths or something like that nearby. We'll also have this other area over here that we can utilize if we really need to plop down some buildings, but we have a good start here. Alright, let's take a look at some of our other buildings, or rather some of our starter buildings, like the dormitory. We already have some residential up here, and it gets kind of noisy down here, so let's have our students kind of living up here towards the top. And let's bring the dorm down a little bit from the main building. Let's kind of plop it down over here. Let's just start with one for now. Then we need a study hall. Study hall's kind of big. So let's see, where would we want the study hall? Let's bring it in, and let's say it fills in this space right over here. Let's bring it down some. No, let's bring it up some. Right there. Let's kind of see how those look. Oh, look at that. So they'd have to walk around and enter from this side here for the study hall. We already have some people using our pathways. In fact, they're probably just people coming and going to work because we've created some new, better paths for them, but that's still awesome. Our campus area info says attractiveness is listed here. Where is our student capacity? 26 out of 812, so I guess that dormitory already allows 812, so we actually have like 30 students who have enrolled already, and we only just put in the study hall, so awesome. Groundskeeping. I think that this is... oh, it's so tiny. I was going to say it's an administrative building, so it can be over here near the main administrative area, but let's kind of see if there's any area that would only really work with a tiny building. Kind of like down here, I think. We'll put groundskeeping right there. Let's read the description for it. Groundskeepers are working hard to keep campus area premises clean, tidy, and aesthetically pleasing. Building increases campus attractiveness and land value of campus area and needs to be placed inside of the campus area. Gotcha. Looks like we need to expand our water here. Oh yeah, it wasn't covering everything on campus. There we go. Let's make sure we get all this up here too. Maybe even down here, even though it's super close to the highway. We'll bring that over. And up here too. There we go. We're all covered. Power is good. Groundskeeping. Neat. So these people are walking to and fro. They kind of pass through here. That's the built-in path for this building, so okay. What was the next one? The Drama Club. Drama Club is for those who are interested in the art of theater. Students can spend their time participating in theatrical activities. Increases campus area's attractiveness. Building must be placed within the liberal arts campus area. So Drama Club, oh, that's kind of small as well. So that would also fit kind of down here. Or we can kind of fit it alongside here. Yeah, let's kind of squeeze that in on the corner there. The city is happy about having a drama club as it radiates across the land. Let's check this out. It's just a standard school building. The dormitory here. Students 37 out of 348. We may end up building more of these. But now, did it give us a name? Umber Institute of Humanities. We may rename that college. Campus policy. Student health care. Students are provided with free health care by the campus. Increases student health. Has a cost. We have a pretty good budget. We can afford that. Let's give them free health care. Students are provided with meal vouchers, which they can use in campus cafeteria to get free lunch. Let's do that. We can afford that. The campus hires various lecturers and scholars to teach on the campus. Affects all faculties within the campus area. Let's give them that. We'll see how much money this uses. I think we just ate up half of our income, but it's fine. We're trying this out. Universal education. Regardless of the campus reputation, students don't pay any tuition fees. Increases campus attractiveness by 20%. Increases student happiness. No income from campus. I think we're not going to choose that one for right now. Let's watch our income down here because we don't want that to drop too low. It is 2:54 p.m. on a Friday. We should actually be getting some income, so let's leave this as is for now. Academic works, my understanding is that this is something that has a chance of happening after a school year. I'm also hoping that that doesn't interact poorly with our real-time mod and that we'd have to wait an entire year for that. But after an academic year, they're supposed to have a chance of creating an academic work, and then that's how your campus levels up. Academic year ends in 7 days. Okay, so it looks like it is scaled appropriately by the mod. Nice. Reputation level, unrecognized, but it looks like we're almost already to the next level, maybe. We just need 2 academic works and more students, and our attractiveness is up there already. It's at 150 out of 200. So what else can we do with our university here? we have some options for sports. Now, we did already have a football stadium in our town. We already have a baseball park. Track and field would be cool. And basketball and aquatics. Let's do aquatics. It costs $150,000. Indoor facility featuring Olympic-sized swimming pools and diving pools. Placing this building inside a campus area enables swimming varsity sports team. Can be placed anywhere in the city. Let's go ahead and put it on our university campus somewhere. Let's stick it over here on the right side, where we have a bit more real estate. We may have to make some changes to the road over here. Yeah, let's see. Price Avenue. Price Avenue can change, because they can already come up and around here if they really need to. So let's take out this little Phillip Street here. What was this one? No. It's the post office. Let's move the post office up to here. Let's take out Price Avenue. Let's also paint some grass back in here. We actually painted this cement in before. Oh no. It's not the same kind of grass. What if we put dirt? That's gravel. Ruined. Clip. What do we have here? Water. Fertile land. Oh, we don't need to paint that in. Do we actually have grass? Oops. Grads. We'll have those later from our university. Just prop grass. Grass tile, whatever that is. Nah. So, we'll try our best here to maybe make this look right. In fact, we can probably pause time for a moment and take that out. I don't know if this will work. Take that out. Ruined. Field. We'll do field. It's yellow. Gravel. Oh, secondary restores. Okay, no, we're just gonna restore. That's fine. Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. Then we'll just restore all this. Like it never happened. We'll grab this same kind of road. Please. There you go. Connect that. Yeah, we'll use the Move It tool, marquee selection to select these trees. Let's put them somewhere handy, like maybe up on our university. Let's put them over here. We already have tons of trees actually, but maybe we can kind of rotate them. Fit them in over here. I mean, it's a good spot for them now. For now. We may move one of the ones on the ends a little close to the pillar there. But yeah, now we don't need this path for a moment. We may wrap it. That might be a good idea while we're thinking about it. Let's just grab this, bring this up, bring this over, then bring this up. Then move it to actually touch a little bit better. Back to the node selector. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Let me take this one out. Now we were looking at... Oh, we don't have any museums yet. This requires us to actually level up. So yeah, we'll go back. We will put in our swim team's new aquatic center. Put that in right down here, down the road. There. That is huge. Let's unpause time now. Holy cow. They're the chirpers. I don't think we want them to be the chirpers, though. Let's make our team. Campus area info. The Umber Institute of Humanity Chirpers. Team identity. Buccaneers, Broncos, Alligators, Eagles, Lions, Spartans. I think our city is very, like, Greek inspired, so we'll go with the Spartans. And our team color, yeah, I think yellow just kind of worked, or yellow or gold kind of worked for just for the logo. I was gonna try to go with, like, my usual, like, purple blue, but it doesn't really work with that logo, so we'll go with that. What do we have here? Ticket prices, cheerleading budget, 0 to 7%. Cheerleading also increases the varsity sports attractiveness effect, so let's go ahead and raise that up. How does that go? It goes up to like 500. Let's just bring it up to 100 for now. We'll see how that acts. Can we get 100 even? Oh, come on. So close. 102. Then what do we have here? Coaching staff. Hiring more coaching staff increases the chances of winning. So let's bring that up to 5. Our budget seems to be dwindling just a bit. Academic staff. Oh, we already have 5. Okay. Varsity sports policies. Fan club support. The varsity team gives out free fan merchandise to the fans during matches and organizes fan club trips to away matches, increases the odds of winning home and away by 7%. The cost is $180 per week. Let's go ahead and try. Advertisement campaign. Advertise the varsity sports matches throughout the city to have more visitors in the arenas. Increase the amount of visitors to the arenas by 20%. Cost is $200. Let's do that too. I'm watching our income tick down over here. Sponsorship deal. You have to reach the acclaimed campus area reputation for that. Alright, so now we have our attractiveness meeting. We're at 239 over at 200. Students 187 out of 500. So let's go ahead and make room for some more students. We already have plenty of people parking and walking through campus. Nice. Let's put some more dorms in. Well, let's see. How many people are in this dorm currently? Only 59 out of 348. So maybe we just need we need more enrollment. And I think this 1,200 people that are currently at this university would like to go to our new college. So let's go ahead and shut that university down and watch everyone leave. Oh my goodness. As they teleport their cars and flood out of the university. 1,000 people. Will they make their way over to the new university? Some seem to be headed home. Some have switched to their bikes and are breaking out in front of the pack. This is like the Tour de France. Where are they headed? I believe they're headed home. But we'll know shortly if they start to make their way over here. Can we still see the wave? We can still see the wave of people. Lots of them going different places. What does this say now? 89. We just need to give them time to enroll, I believe. 125 out of 464 students. And it's ticking up. So if they were going to university, this is now their option. We didn't put another university building anywhere, did we? I don't think so. I think that was our one university. Yeah, I was just thinking that I wanted to check out healthcare over here really quick. Medical clinic. Yeah, let's plop one of those down. Don't want to forget that for this area. Okay. back to our university. I don't like Umber Institute. Let's see. Let's call it the Portis School of Humanities, if we can change it. Is the academic year report. Can we click here? Nope, there it is. The Ports School of Humanities, and that changes the name of our varsity sports to Port School of Humanities Spartans. Rolls right off the tongue. We can give research grants to certain things. I did see that our money dropped into the negative here. Let's see if there is something we can do to increase our income. Well, it's kind of wavering. Let's see. School is high during the day and low at night, and I don't know if this actually affects the university expansion. We've never taken out a loan, or if we did, it was very early, so we're not going to do any of that. We have $2 million. We're good. We could increase tax by 1%. Let's go up on industrial to 11. Let's go up on residential to 12. Let's see if people complain about that. Let's watch for bubbles of anger. They seemed to have some issues before, but now they're okay. Are they leveling up? These guys just don't have workers, but specifically on that side of the road? Why is this side an issue? Can people not get to work? Unless they go around a weird way. No, they have like this road here. They don't have a subway connection. We'll let the university grow for just a little bit while we take a look at this. Oh, they do. Yeah, they have a subway right here. Many people using it? 61-ish. We have a crosswalk here. People can get to work. People just don't want to work here. I see how it is. These roads have sidewalks, crosswalks. These industrial roads also have sidewalks, but this interstate crossing does not have sidewalks. So let's do something for them. Just kind of looking at what might be the best option. If someone who lives here wanted to walk to work over there, that might be about as far as they're willing to walk, but they'll walk down the sidewalk here, cross the road here, and they'll get stopped right here. Let's give them the option to kind of continue over. Maybe we could do something involving coming under this road and then over the interstate. Just have to find our park paths. Oops, undo that. There we go, pavement paths. Let's use a normal pavement path for this. Come off of this, over. Can we go under this? Not really, it's not high enough. We could just do an underground tunnel here. Let's go underground. 1, 2, 3. There we go. To there. Let's do something similar here. Where we come over. And then 1, 2, 3. Underground. Didn't come out far enough for that. Similar. There we go. Let's connect them underground. and then have one tunnel come over here. This is subway. I'm going to go down lower here. 1, 2, 3. Over. 1, 2, 3. To here. 1, 2, 3. Up to here, and I kind of want it to come up next to this sidewalk, not one space over. So let's turn off the snapping. There we go. So they're gonna come pouring out over here on this side. So we're gonna need to give them some other options too, I believe. I don't know. Maybe not yet. Not until we actually see a lot of foot traffic. I anticipate people crossing this road and kind of tying up traffic a little bit, but I mean, we have all these parking lots here. We don't have a whole lot of room to put in overpasses just yet. Let's also give them another on the other side of the road, if we can. Sure, we'll let them split off here, silly as that is. Come up 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. I'll let you come over to here. Let's move you. How's that look? Curved is interesting. Kind of like it. And then let's also put in just a little bit more path here just to make this not look so strange. Let's turn off snapping again because snapping's getting weird over here. Stop that. Okay, we'll come down to like that. There we go. Look underground here. Let's grab that and kind of come out a little bit. Nothing looks terribly weird. Cool. So now pedestrians could use this if they feel like it from either side here. I guess we will see if tomorrow's work day shows people using these paths. Where are you headed? You might actually be on your way. Here's somebody. Yeah, there you go. Dexter Scott. Let's watch him go. Down into the creepy, like 5-block long tunnel. So he's gonna come out here. He's going to this subway. He came from over here. He could have walked up to this subway, but instead he is on his way to the subway. You know what? That's fine. Doesn't matter if you're going to work or not. You're using the tunnel, Dexter, and that is what is important. There he comes. Nice. So let's hope some people end up wanting to work over here. How's traffic looking over here? It's moving. It's full, but it's moving. Export's going okay. We have exports on both sides working. How's the train looking when it leaves? What's up with that engine? That's not an engine at all. I guess it's pushing backwards. That's fine. You go, train. Nice. And then our cargo ships. This circle's working well. Stadium. Next match is on the 30th. It's the 29th right now, so they have one tomorrow. Is this an opera show? Yes. traffic looks pretty good all over town. How's the university looking? Tuition fees, 2,500. Expenses, 12,000. We're dipping into the negative again. That's fine, though. We have... It's fluctuating, and we have 2 million. So let's just keep an eye on it. We'll be okay. Let's look back at that one more time. Where are the numbers for attendance? I thought that we were able to see that a moment ago. Liberal Arts Study Hall, 288 out of 464. University students in the city, 1383. So for the School of Humanities, we have reached our student number. We're at 520 out of 500 here, and now they just need to produce some academic works, which I believe we will find out at the end of the academic year, which is a week. Where was the info for when that is? How many more days we have left? We saw that a moment ago. Ends in 7 days. So it's 7 full days for us, though, so it's going to be a while. We may not level up on this episode, but we can plan some more buildings while we're looking. Some of these buildings don't want to close their menus. We can put in another dormitory. Put one in right up over here. How's that look? There we go. You know what? This path is not connected. Let's go ahead and get that connected a little bit better here, maybe. Okay, they're walking over it. Is at an angle? That's a little weird. There we go, that looks better. I just kind of want to see if they'll actually like walk down through here, but if they're able to walk over this, I think they'll be okay. I do wonder, let's try this one more time. If we take this to here, and then a normal park path from here over, like from here to here. Oh, it just extended that path. Interesting. That's fine. Did these others do the same thing? No, these connect. Is it because it's at an angle? Oh, that's what the park one looks like. Never mind. Oops. That was a segment of road. Let's pause that. Wish there was an undo button for that one. Let's grab that. Reconnect that. There we go. All good. They're upset because a road was built nearby. That's your road. So the paths we were looking for are actually not these park paths, but these. That's what I was looking for. Pavement path. Just pavement path. Let's undo that. Let's say from here over. Standard pavement to there. It connects. Just wanted to make sure it looked like it connected. There we go. They're fine. Oh no, they moved out. You didn't have to move out. You have a road. How's your zoning? Oh, it didn't get rezoned. Sorry about that. Oh, it's supposed to be high density. There you go. You guys with your High density, there you go. You can stay, don't move out, you're good. Alright, so we put in a new dormitory. 65 out of 348. It's interesting that you can't click the buttons in these, and I think that's, again, I think that's a mod issue. Liberal Arts Study Hall, 291. University students in the city, 1389. Do they both say that? Okay, they both show that. And I was able to close at that time. Miraculous. Drama Club is going strong. So strange. Okay. Kind of wanted to check this out. The groundskeeping doesn't really show it doing much, but just increasing numbers by being around. Now we also have the option for public libraries. Let's check that out. Let's see, that was back over here. Public library, cultural institution which collects and stores books, films, newspapers, documents, and much more. Everything is now made accessible to all citizens around the city for borrowing. Library gives a small bonus to education within the building radius. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a campus library. And that I think has to be snapped to a street. So let's look at maybe down here, across from our new swimming complex. We'll put it in right there. Library users in the city, 0. We'll see about that momentarily. The Spartans versus the Alligators tomorrow. No expenses yet. Upkeep is 3,000 every 10 minutes. No visitors yet. Let's get them some more parking. They have some parking around sides, but let's find that same parking that we were using earlier that looked really nice. What was that called? Not the underground parking over here, but the one that we used. It wasn't those two. Let's turn our camera back around here. Where was the parking that we did search for and move earlier? Is it down here? Commercial parking lot. There it goes again. Search. Commercial parking. Let's get some of that right here. Actually, can it fit here? It can, barely. I'm okay with this. They can come in and turn down into that parking lot. Yeah, that's fine. They'll kind of pop in if they were otherwise going to park on the street. Why are you guys stopping here? Pull through, please. Pull through, please. Yeah, there you go. So they had kind of lined up underground here. Got a bit of traffic over here. Do have some red backing up down here. Let's take a look at this. This is kind of what we were talking about earlier. Pedestrian traffic. Let's see here. We may be able to... We have a cemetery here. But we may be able to cut into this corner here. Let's pause time for a moment. Let's see what we can do with some walkways. So let's go up. Let's see. Anarchy off. There we go. So we're snapping to this square if we can get to it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. We want to go from there to here. It's cutting across the cemetery. Let's anarchy that in because it looks like it's above it. So I don't think that's going to cause an issue. We're going to need to come down into this area here. 1, 2, 3. There we go. What happened here? Then we're going to need to come down. 1, 2, 3. Can you stop there? Guess we can go to there. Oh my. It doesn't seem to want to stick. It's invisible. Why are you invisible? I know we anarchied you in, but we can't move the cemetery very easily. I mean, we can actually kind of do that, which is cheaty. Then we have to come in here and like unpaint these squares, and these guys will move out because it doesn't fit them anymore. Let's say, let's take out, it's just not there. It's interesting. It was like plopping it. You could hear it and then it would disappear. There we go. Yeah, they moved out. We'll have a new buildings move in that'll fit in there. So now we have this, and let's say no crossing here. So they'll have to use this, but we may want to do it for each side. We have here the Japanese garden. Let's move that down the road here some. There we go. Here we have a fancy boutique. I have to tear that out. And let's go ahead and put in something that crosses to all sides. There we go. This can come down. We can get it to snap in a square. There we go. Nope. There you are. 1 pixel. We have to be on the 1 pixel. There we go. So now we can kind of say the same thing for all sides of the road. We can say, no crossing this road. You're causing a lot of traffic. Use the overpass, please. There they go. This is a little unfortunate when you have to put it down to one side. I mean, we could put another one here, but then that seems like it's taking up just a lot of space. The grim bell of the cemetery. So now these cars are just still kind of stopped. So let's tell them you can pull through. Because who else would you be stopping for? Oh, there's some traffic here. This is a similar scenario. Commercial center, house, supermarket. Okay. Rip. That was interesting. Now you don't have to tear out... What are you doing? You don't have to tear out the bridge in order to exist. No, there you go. Connect. So strange. Don't know why it insists on seeing the zones as well, but that's fine. In fact, I guess we'll come down here. Like so-ish. Then for you, we'll kind of come over here. Nope, you have a house. You also are a house. You know what? You've got to move out. I'm sorry. Or not. This one has to move out. You can be over here. And then this one, I would imagine I would need to come down here. Sorry. Kind of ate into a lot of the space there. We have kind of a pinwheel going on here. What do we have? Okay, I mean, I guess if they want to build a commercial building there, they can. Right there. even right here too. Kind of make up for it. So some buildings may pop up in the middle here. That'll be fine. Honestly, there's no sense in making them kind of come off of here. Let's do this, actually. Let's take this. Oh, we don't have an off here. I was going to say we can connect this across here. We still kind of can. In a funny kind of way. We could just take this right down the middle here. Just say, from right there, if I can get it to there, and anarchy it in, without it saying that it needs to tear up the other path. Could just use the move it tool for this. So we have an overhead walkway here. And there's a street light, so let's say, can we use Alt for that? We can hit Alt click. Maybe. Sometimes you can grab it. Just this street light. No, we can't get it. Hang with me for a moment, we're gonna try. Spin this out of the way. So way to grab props, what is it? Alignment tools. Toggle snapping, we're on node selecting. Marquee. Let's say props only. That's fine. Okay, so props only. Oh, we can't even. It's not a prop. It's part of the road. Alright. No worries. It can just be there. You can't even really see it from far away, I guess. Straighten that back out. Where did that truck come from? Okay, so they're turning down through here. Oh, we still have to tell this intersection. Pedestrian crossing here. Okay, so let's see if that improves traffic some. These people were waiting to turn. Now they're flowing better. Ish. Kind of. Just watching it for a moment. We got the people out of the street, though. People are above. It's a row of cars, man. There's no light here. I don't think I have any yield set. I do. No. We don't want any of that. That must be old. I think we did that for this road at one point. Surely this isn't still... No, it's not. Okay, good. So they were yielding for forever. That was the issue. Come on. Fingers crossed on this one. Tons of pedestrians, though. This almost needs a traffic circle, which is going to undo what we did here. That and the trolley, or the tram, is through here. They're pulling through. What are you waiting for? Oh, you were at the stop. Do we just have way too many? We may have too many. We have a lot of them. Okay, let's say... Let's see. About how many extra do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if we take 5 off the line? Some of them aren't carrying anybody. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maybe they'll even out some. We removed 5, but I don't know if it was like from this. It was probably 5 from the middle somewhere, so that's probably going to slow down tram transport just a little bit until that evens back out. Is this fire still going? Come on, guys, get it together. I mean, this is our lumber industry. We don't want this to go nuts. Fire department's here. Kind of responding. They turned around in the middle of the road. Okay, they pulled over into the forest. I think they only take care of one fire and leave, and then another truck has to show up for yet another. Are you on your way over to the other side of the road? Is this where you're going, over here? To this tree? Nope. Is this how we're doing this? Are we stuck in traffic? Also, I hear helicopters, so I guess the fire helicopters were responding, but they have to travel pretty far to get water, I think. Alright, well, this seems ish under control. How's our university looking? (1,315 students in the city. 284 in that dorm, 263 in that dorm, 381 in that study hall. Let's build them a new study hall. Let's see here. Another study hall. We could put this on this angle right here. That might be kind of neat. So we have 2 study halls. If we walk down from that one, then you have this one right there. Just off of that, but they're gonna have to walk down this path to get to it anyway, I believe. Yeah. Where are you headed? Ashley Harvey. High wealth adult. She's going home. Walking through the university on her way home. It is well lit. Our university is safe. How does police coverage look? Kind of covered. I don't know if these are... They're not upset. They're just gray. Because they're not connected to a road. What's interesting, though, is that this one is blue. Maybe because it's near this road? How does fire coverage look? Yeah, blue. Interesting. A medical? Not much going on down here. Let's give them a hospital. Do you want to do the full-on hospital? Where's the last one that we placed that was the major hospital? I feel like we put one somewhere. Is that what this is? Yeah, that's a full-on hospital. It's really close. I think they're good, but we can give them a clinic. A little medical clinic for our campus here. Let's plop it down. I'll put it right over here. They have free healthcare. It's 9:30 p.m. on Friday. Most of our citizens have made their way home, or they're out for the evening at our commercial areas. They're leaving the Opera House. We had 100 people come by here today in the last 10 minutes. Tons of people getting off the subway. They must be on their way home from work. Just tons. How many people have passed through here? 619 in the last 10 minutes. Okay, our income is decent. I wonder if we can make people happy by taking that tax back down to 11%. How's that look? Our income's going to fluctuate anyway. How does... I really like this raised circle here. How does that look over time? Can we see our... not our city policies, which... though I did want to see one thing. Yeah, we don't want a heavy traffic ban everywhere. We still have it over here though, right? Pancake Town itself needs to have a heavy traffic ban. I noticed that before, that it had tried to apply it everywhere. We need more residents, is actually what we need. This university just needs to be sold, slash... It still has 233 students registered, we just need to demolish it. I'm sorry, go to this university, you'll like it. Okay. What were we saying here? Oh, there's a death at the Opera House. I was taking a look at this raised circle here, and I was saying... Oh, I wanted to take a look at our statistics, which I think we can hit escape to see. So I wanted to see the treasury, not the treasury, not necessarily the budget, because that's, you know, the more we're spending, but I kind of wanted to see just income. Population really flattened out in the last couple days. Taxation, just money that we've gotten from taxes has really gone up. Over time in general. I don't know what these spikes were. City value's been on the increase, that's awesome. This is just the money that we have. We had that bit where we were losing a bit. And actually, if we look at it, we can see kind of the middle of the day towards the night is when it drops, which makes sense with the real-time mod. But where's the actual, like, income? That I would have expected to see on here. It's available jobs. Job availability has gone up. Employment percentage is fine. Education levels up. Cyclists. Okay. I think for this little bit of industrial demand that we have, we could build another little office park to employ some of our newly university-educated Sims. Yes. Do you have a hearse on the way? I hope you have a hearse on the way. Can't have my Opera House shut down because the dead body hung out there a little too long. School looks really neat at night with all the lights. 10:15 p.m. Where are you guys headed? A few of them just using, like, getting off the subway and using this sidewalk to get up to the main sidewalk, even though they could walk around this way. Interesting. Oh, hey, we have a Spartan mascot, it looks like. Can I move? I cannot really move that well. There we go. There he comes. He's in the crowd. He's waving to the people. He's walking, cartwheeling through stairs. Where'd he go? There he goes. Turn around. Is he taking the... Oh man, cartwheeling uphill. What does he say if we click on him? It's down here. Spartan's team mascot. Hey, we have another one. They just come walking out of the administration building. He's working at 11 p.m. He walked right back in again. Time for him to clock out for the day. Oh, there's a ton of them. So many mascots. Okay, traffic over here is all right. How many people are using this path? Some. Like, where are you headed? Coming up through here and walking all the way to this point. I don't mind people walking through the university. How's the university beauty look? That I'm curious about. Oh, that went away. Come on, give me clickable buttons. There we go. Campus attractiveness, 299 out of 200. Students, more than double. We just need those academic works, and we are 1 day into our 7 days. So the university's got to go for a little while. We're probably going to have, you know, another 2 or 3 episodes before it can level up. Slow, but probably meant to last us a little while. We're going to leave some room for some other buildings. We may actually even expand and eat into this little bit of the Sterling district here if we have to, ultimately. What's this part doing? Let's kind of even that out just a little bit there. The people that we're setting have to move. Hey, he went back to where he was, though. Okay, are you sitting on the table, sir? No. You're at the table. You're good. What is next for today? Let's take a look. I really want to kind of solve this employment issue, so let's build the office park that we were talking about. Let's look at our education around the city. If we can see that. We can with this-ish. University education. Alright, how's our university availability in the red? We have a new gigantic university for people to get to. I don't agree with that. So some of these households, a lot more university educated over here. Oh, definitely up here in the Sterling district. Is it because they're near this university? I mean, they could just hop on the subway and get to school. We're not going to build multiple gigantic university campuses. So we could definitely expand on education a bit. That being said, 42% of our town is highly educated and could use some offices to work in. Where to build the new office district? Well, we have some space over here that's just going to be just kind of being eaten up by some spaghetti highways. Then we have some areas on the other side of the river. Do we want to try like a new office district over here? Maybe. It's a little out of the way. Would people want to work there? Would we need some new residential over here after the fact? We have some clear space here. That's fertile land if we want to do some farming. Food for thought. What was this? I don't remember looking at this at all, but we have kind of some areas that are already plotted out for trains and for cargo, it looks like. That's interesting. Maybe for an airport here? I'll have to check that out later. I mean, our city's nowhere near here, so I don't know how well that would actually work for us, but that's kind of cool. Don't know how I didn't notice that before. And then these roads down here. What is this? This creepy old abandoned building that we can't even click on. Right, let's go inside. It's got like an image of broken stuff. Just kind of, not even an image, it's actual like modeled broken junk in here. Creepy. Okay, back where we were. Back to what we were doing. Got completely distracted by that. This map has some neat little Easter eggs on it. Okay, so we were thinking about something down here maybe. Maybe. Might be kind of neat. But then we'd have to build something to get off of the highway. If we built something down here, would they come? They could drive on the highway and get down here. And we can make a subway and connect it. Let's try it. We already have this highway off-ramp here, and it hasn't really been pressure tested with major amounts of traffic, but maybe we could just have something come off of it here, like some exits. How's the actual land look here? There's a bit of a hill there. Gonna come up the hill. But if we had an office area, let's say, just kind of look across this here. There's buses and tram. I don't need anything complex right now. Let me just do the 6 lane with decorative trees, and let's say if we brought it from over here across to here. How's that look? Is it a bridge? That's not what we wanted at all. We want the land. We want the ground to follow the elevation of the road. From here to here. So that kind of raised the land, it looks like, which is fine. Let's turn that off so we don't forget. I've forgotten before, and it took me forever to figure out that that was the issue. Okay, so strange that this is how this turned out, but we could then just use the marquee tool here to select the road. Well, let's use the node selector to select the road along these dots. Let's just use page down to kind of level this out. Let's get a good view here. Kind of lower it like normal. Does that look over here? I think that looks good. A little bit lower. Okay, now how's our zoning look? Okay, now we have zoning on all sides. I didn't want to zone on this road necessarily, I wanted to have offshoots from it, but what I wanted to do down here is take this, and we could maybe bend this over just a little bit. There we go. And do our usual on and off ramps here. Highway. Off to here, on to here. Hopefully doesn't cause too much congestion. And then, for whatever reason this does this, tell this that left turns only. So they gotta go this way. Okay, so now let's take this same kind of road and hope that we can branch off without having to do the same trick with the elevation of the road. But yeah, let's bring this in 2 blocks and then out. Yeah, we'll go out like 3 on each side. No, you gotta be off the same road. Why are you not snapping? I think you're confused here. We must have anarchy on. Space already occupied. We have some shenanigans happening here. Let's see, road anarchy is off. Node snapping. Road collision. Those things are not supposed to be on, I don't think. Okay, I think we fixed it. Very weird for those to be on, but okay. Came out 3 blocks, which may be a bit much for now, but that looks good. And let's come down 2 blocks again. Yeah, sure, we'll do 2 blocks. 2, 3. Let's just connect these. We have water over here, don't we? It's interesting. It'll be a little office park. Just come to there, and then we'll just do a curved road here. Like that. How's that look near the water? Kind of cool. Hope it doesn't like splash and flood everything. Seems fine. I was a little concerned about this. If this raised land kind of ate into the water and I didn't want it to kind of spill over into anything, but that's kind of cool. Okay, and I guess just in case... this is the same highway, but we can give them off-ramps here. Sure. Let's pause this, like we normally do. Let's take this out. Let's put in our usual. If we can find our usual. It's one of these without a picture. There it is. Slope is too steep. We're going to anarchy it in wherever we put it, so... Right there. Let's hope it doesn't look way too weird. Let's see. Wow! On a hill. We'll even that out a bit. But that's actually kind of cool. Okay. Let's take these out. And these two. We'll even them out. Curve. Curve. We'll come back to that. Up to here and curve. And we can unpause. They can work with that. So let's say... Actually, those curves look fine. Those look ish. Keep saying ish tonight. There we go. Let's just lower some of these that look particularly weird. I didn't exactly want to just lower the post. Give me the road. There we go. Like, they can kind of go uphill if they need to. Like, it's not unfeasible to have an incline on your road. Just don't be super weird with it. Like, physically impossible weird. Like, that would work. Like, you could... That's workable. How low is this? Cars can still pass under that. Yeah, we're good. Okay, now that functions, or at least it looks like it would function. We actually have somebody on it for some reason. Where did you come from? I guess you had to U-turn. Okay. So what I'm going to do here then is just bring this road over and have it get on and off just like the other. So, net picker. Pick me a road. Thinking here, what I'll do is come straight out to here, and then just have a slight turn to there, like that. Not even a curve, just an elbow. Then we can do our usual here again too. Off this, onto here. Maybe a little curve, come on, give me something. No, really? Off of here, around like that. Okay. And then that. No left. Sounds good. People can now make their way down through here if they need to. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody's already using this road. I do hope that we don't get too many people trying to skip this section of the highway. I already see that as an issue, so let's block heavy traffic here. Let's give this district a name. This is our office park. So what do we want to call it? I think I have a good idea for a name, but I'm going to need to look up exactly the spelling. Or if I'm sure. Don't know if I want Underhill. Let's see. Yes, okay. I think we know what we want here. The Inatech district. And for this district, the policy is going to say, under city planning... So what was Old Town? What was the difference there? Only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Ban other motor traffic. Let's do that, as well as... Well, no, let's just do that. And let's actually go back over here to Pancake Town. I think that's what we want instead of the heavy traffic ban. So this says, ban heavy traffic on an area, make sure there are option routes available because businesses in the city need to send and receive deliveries. Let's just do Old Town and no heavy traffic ban. So they can only come through here if they have business in here. So if something needs heavy truck, they can get it. Like if the Panda Sanctuary needs to have a bunch of food delivered or something. Is he just... Man, that's a depressed looking panda. That maybe he's relaxed. He's happy. How's it going? Okay, back down here. We need to put in our offices. Let's zone this for office space. Well, we didn't get zonable here. Why not? Are these raised somehow? Don't think so, but if we lower this, raise this. What are we seeing here with the zones? Let's take this out. Same with this. Unfortunate. Shaped well. Let's take this whole thing out. Back to this. Let's tell it to make sure to that, and then what do we have here? Road bending. I don't know why road bending would be a thing, but came off of here. We came out 3. You're zonable. And then we came down 2 blocks and we came out 3. Now you're zonable, so we're good. We're gonna be fine there. Here we came out 3. Here we came out 2. And then we chose a curvy road and we curved up to here like that. You're zonable. I don't think we'll put anything on this side because then that'll eat it at the lake. Let's also make a through road here. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and also do one here. Like that. So we'll start off by zoning these for offices. Right in these areas here. Let's make sure they get water, which we have to bring from kind of far away, don't we? Let's bring it from over here near the fortress. Right to that circle. Right down the strip here. Out. Let's just follow the roads for now. And then just in case we cover this area later, we'll do that. Let's also get some electricity out here. That's also going to be a toughie. It's interesting that this is connected. Oh, they have their own windmills. Let's come from over here. Maybe we could do some underground here for a moment. That's strange. Did it just disappear? Oh, it can't be on water. Gotcha. Alright, so we do need at least... I mean, that's kind of pointless then to have this here. let's just say we'll have some raised ones come across here alongside the bridge. Welcome back, Matt. Let's come down to here. And then let's page up here. Let's say that that will follow this bridge along this path here. Right now we are bringing some electricity over to the other side of the river where we have put in an office park. It's a little far away. We're going to give them some transportation. But wanted to kind of experiment with coming over to the other side here. We have an office park down here. So, yeah, our university right now, we're waiting for it to grow. I'll kind of show you what we did momentarily. But we have a lot of educated people and not a whole lot of office space. So we wanted to have a new office park. Let's see if I can get this to cross. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, okay. Oh, that's... I don't like that. Almost made it without that one in the middle. There we go. Then we can just kind of come down here. And we will jump across there for now. Because we don't have anything painted over on this side. There we go. Some new office buildings. And they moved in. We're using up some of our industrial need. So yes, let's take a look at the university really quick, and you can kind of see here. The Port's School of Humanities. We have a sports team. We are the Spartans. And if we look for them, we can actually find, yeah, some Spartan mascots walking around. Ah, get a little too close. There he is. The school lets you choose from all kinds of different mascots. We chose the Spartans because it's kind of near the, we named our city Portis, so that's I believe that's a Greek city. That's what Craig was saying before. So if that's the case, then we wanted to go with Spartans. I think it kind of fits the theme. So our university here has tons of walking paths. University buildings can snap to walking paths. So this is a pedestrian-friendly university campus. We have a couple of our dormitories up here, study hall. The thing is, leveling up universities takes a long time. Not just because we're working with our real-time mod. In the actual game, it takes an entire academic year, which ours is only 7 days. Because of the real-time mod, it's scaled appropriately. But an academic year passes by, and your college has a chance of developing an academic work. Right now, our chance is just 30%. So when that year passes by, it rolls the dice. 30% chance of getting an academic work, and you actually have to have 2 academic works before you can level up, and there are 5 levels. You only unlock the other buildings for your campus after you've leveled up. So it takes a while to get the campus to level up. So we'll just check back on it regularly, but it may take like 2 or 3 whole sessions of playing before we even get that first chance to get those academic works. We can up the funding for their academic works and raise that chance, which we may do before the end of the academic year, because it only rolls the dice right there at the end of the academic year. And we're gonna have to wait until Saturday of the next week for the real-time mod, which, we only play about 3 days or so per episode. Kind of neat though. Adds kind of a role-playing aspect to the building of this area, or the leveling up. Subway is fairly busy, and I'm thinking that we may want to extend it now that we have that new area down south. I did remove like 5 trams from the overall system, because once I looked at how many we had, they were kind of backing up, and we had a few that nobody was on. So we had like 8 backed up here at one point. It's looking better now. We did fix some traffic that we were having. Let's take a look at the actual line. Let's see, that's the... Yeah, that's the tram line. Now we don't have any with 0 people on them. We have one... Oh, that's the subway. Sorry. One sec. That's the tram. Yeah, we do still have some with 0 on here. How many vehicles? See, I don't remember adding this many. It's got 22 trams, though. I guess that it automatically generated. Tram line still travels the length of this side of the city. I don't know if I want to expand the trams to the other side of the city, or if that's just a, you know, old town, old side of the city service, and then we use maybe some other options for other areas of town. We actually could put some ferries in along the river. That might be kind of neat. But I do think that we want to expand the subway, which I was looking at that. And the subway right now just kind of goes up to here. I think I want to add a line that comes down to the new office, the Initech district here. What is this purple? Oh, is that air? I think that's airplanes. Which we don't have an airport yet. And I don't think we can do that yet because we haven't leveled up in a while. We actually need more residential. Once we have more of a profit from our university, which we've actually dropped down into the negative at night, and it comes back up during the day. But once we have more of a profit from our university, I think we can actually afford to lower taxes, and that'll actually bring more people into our city. We haven't messed with taxes in a while, and we had them kind of medium high, and lowering them a lot will actually make people really happy and want to move in. But yes, anyway, I was looking at the subway, and as much as I like having a single line, I don't think I can justify having this, or maybe I can. It's a lot all at once. It probably takes them a while to go from one end to the other, doesn't it? How fast do the subway cars travel? I don't know, man. They carry enough people, and they're not... Are they full? 122 out of 180? They're not full. We could maybe even add more cars to the line. 8 vehicles out of 8. Vehicles queued, 3. I wonder if that forces there to be more if it raises the budget. Let's go ahead and see about adding yet another stop. And at this rate, if we end up developing down here on the south side of the town, maybe we could actually make a subway circle where they just go around in both directions. I know that normally having different legs and different routes is the best way to go, but I don't know, man. We've actually developed in kind of a straight path across. If you count this down here, honestly, I think we can connect it. Let's see. It's the buses. Here's the subways. Let's get a metro station in here, and let's have them on this side of the road. Yeah, I saw that. We have a couple of industry areas complaining about not enough workers, but we don't have any residential demand right now, so we can't build new housing for people. So what we end up having to do is figure that out around probably around taxes, like I was talking about a moment ago. Let's get a curve path in here, go straight and curve over to there. And let's say we take this line and drag it. Still holding click. Will this work? At a stop. Does it cross over? It works. So let's kind of see how that goes. If we see a lot of people getting off, then we'll know, I think. Also, that did some weird stuff here with the road, but you know what? I'm okay with it for now. We could actually take the terrain tool and right click here, and then no, undo that. It's this one. Right click, left click. Now it's permanent because of the tunnel underneath. Whatever. This is zonable on this side, so I bet that the buildings would fix it on their own if I put offices over here. Let me just do that. So if offices start moving in, it'll just kind of like morph the terrain flat again. That's a little bit of demand. They may move in. Did I stretch? Yeah, I brought the water over. Yeah, see? I kind of brought it up a little bit. We'll see what this does in a moment. So we don't have many people driving in to work yet. These places say that they have people who work there. 5 well-educated people work here. Nice view. What is red over here? What is your issue? Crime? At this park? Is it solved now? It was red. It was some, like, disastrous crime for a moment. Yeah, we have a couple of people over here that are looking for workers, and Orsum is really looking for workers. They have a couple of highly educated people, even though they have no desire for highly educated. The thing is, I've read that you can't force, like, uneducated and educated situations. Like, you can't just move people in and then not provide them with education. That's apparently a common misconception, that you just have to kind of wait for it to naturally work itself out with new people moving into your town. I think the issue is that we haven't had new people moving into our town for a while, because we have been kind of stuck on Capital City for a while. We're only 1,000 away from Capital City, and like, how long ago did we get you know, the harbor? That was like 2 or 3 episodes ago. So we're getting 10,000 per 10 minutes now. Let's go into our economy tab here, and let's take our taxes down by 2%, down to 9%, just for a moment. Let's see if that's catastrophic or not. Let's just kind of see what happens here. We don't have any loans or anything like that. This is going to drop. It's at 10,000 right now. It may drop into the red. We'll just give it a moment. We'll kind of watch this demand bar over here as well. Yeah, I mean, that's usually good. 10% is a good level to operate at, and people just kind of stay generally happy. 11% is like medium. 12% is a little high, but within that range, they don't get mad. But what I've found is that if you stay at 11 or 12% for too long, your population moving in stagnates. Like, it starts like really slowing down because you have a lot less demand for residential. After a while, people don't want to move to a town with kind of high taxes. And if you go up to like 15, you know, they start actually complaining and moving out. Like 12% is what you move it up to if you just need to make some money and not have people move out, but they won't move in very quickly. Now, look here, we're getting some residential demand, so we can actually plan a new little neighborhood over here, maybe near Initech. Maybe some people will want to live over here. I was also thinking that we maybe do some farmland over here too. Death wave, yeah. And that can happen too, like as people age up because they move in at a certain age. I do have a mod on right now that makes it more realistic for people that move into your town. They're random, whether they're young or old or educated or not. So it makes it less likely that I'm going to get more uneducated people for this. However, it makes it more realistic. You know, when you think about it, people who move into a new town, maybe a whole family, and they may be at different ages and different educations. So I really wanted that to be kind of more realistic. And you end up with less things like a death wave of people all reaching elderly all at the same time. So I'm kind of looking around this area to see where we want to do our next new little neighborhood. It's an interesting train over here. Just kind of loops around for no reason. goes under for no reason here. Yeah, let's maybe start bridging the gap between these two areas here. Let's get a new little neighborhood over here. How about that? Let's carve out some of this and put in another intersection. I wonder if I can do something like this over here. How would that look? I don't know if we could do the tunnels like this, though, as easily. Can we do a copy-paste? What would this look like? Marquee. I guess we have to select it first. Just roads. Hit control click. No, I cannot. I have to click all of these. Nodes and make it roads, and that's it. Just these roads. Copy? See, they don't connect underneath. Which means if I put it over here, kind of cool though. I wonder if I can save it. Can I save what I've copied? I don't think so. I'll have to reselect it in a moment. It's okay. Let's pause time. We know that we're going to want to put it right in here, so let's just make some room. Two more. There we go. Let's go back to our node selection. Oh, we still have it. Good. Copy. What happens if we bring that in? Here. Paste that down there. Saving. Okay. Now let's take a look. This isn't raised anymore. It was raised. Let's see if we can do that. Let's grab the marquee selector. Deselect these. Raise just these areas. Not even you. Raise these up with page up. And then we'll also raise kind of the middle. Yeah, I guess we should have selected these two. Okay, so let's grab these. 4, I guess. Page up. Interesting. Just do the same over here, if we have any. Just those two. Page up some. Okay. Now, can we get the tunnels to work? That's going to be the tricky part, because we're also on like a sideways incline. Let's see if we can select this. Kind of even this out a little bit. There we go. Let's take highway parts. You come through here. Underground. Are you going to work? Oh my goodness, kind of. That actually works. It has land here. It didn't turn into a tunnel, which is really weird, but it actually worked. Oh wow. I'm super impressed that this actually functioned. However, also, why is there a truck in here? Where are you going, truck? You're like driving under the ground. What are our current settings here? I feel like these keep setting themselves. Let's force the use of underground. See, that's elevated. It's bridge. Tunnel. Trunk truck. Let's take out just these middle ones here. And tell it to force the use of tunnel and see what happens. So we had this type. Back off. Let's examine this and make sure it looks good. Turn this off. Okay. Oh wow, that turned out really well. This is a little higher. I don't mind that. We can actually maybe even lower that, but I am super happy with this. This side doesn't have the turnaround that this side has. Is that right? Yeah, that's the way that this was designed. This has some kind of turnaround that this one doesn't have. I don't even know why that's necessary. Okay. Now this is fine. This is great. Let's actually just look at maybe making it look a little bit better right here. Let's grab, not that one, but underground. That one. Page down some. Yeah, we can just look at it, eyeball it. There we go. That kind of looks better. Maybe grab back above ground, grab this one, lower it down to about there. Okay, we have a little bump here. Bring that down. Oh man, that looks beautiful. Okay, other side. Underground. Nope, nope. You. There you go. Go to about there. Back above ground, grab you. So good. Oh, that's nice. And then this, we'll bring that up. So it doesn't look totally weird. You, we'll bring you up. Oh, we got one over here too. Oh man, that looks pretty awesome. This over here is a little weird. Let's bring that down some. Because it's like eating into, like, there's no texture on the side. So you can kind of see through into the earth. That's a little strange. So let's kind of just bring this down so they go up the hill a little bit over there. Like that. Oh, and this side too. Just a little down over here. Down over here, just so we get rid of that clipping. And then it's kind of below this terrain here. Maybe we can even that out a little bit. I really hate messing with the terrain tool. Just bring it back away from here. So that this road can exist in peace, please. Just back off, back off. Okay, and it'll probably fix itself also once we connect the road. Yeah, let's even these out a bit. Kind of curve that a bit more. Straight up the hill, and we'll do our usual curving of some of these to kind of help these little elbows in the road a little bit. Same here. Bring that down, bring you down, you two, and you. Curve that up. Go, and it kind of looks like it crosses a little area there. Okay, let's unpause, make sure that the road functions properly. I don't know why I use this kind of street here. They're not zonable on the other side. This is fine though. So that means that we can then come off of this circle and make a new little neighborhood over here. While we've been working, look at that demand that has built up for residential. They want to move into our town now. We are a super low tax city. Let's do what we did for our office district over here, and let's make a nice 4-lane, or 6-lane rather, large throughway road here. We'll have some smaller roads come off of it for the residential area though. Is this a quay? This map just keeps surprising me. I didn't know there was a quay over here. Okay, that's great. That'll keep it from flooding our new little side of the town. Get some on and off ramps here. Let's bring this over just a bit and up. And let's say highway on and off ramps. Do our usual on, off. And you cannot turn left Now, let's see here. We can go off in either direction for our neighborhood, but let's say, let's do something creative here. Let's take the larger roads, and let's say they can go out to here on either side of this new little town area. Bring you up. Bring you over. All the way over here. And then, using the curve, let's say curve you out and up. Let's go up and over like that. We may bring some other little offshoots to use up some more of that land there, but these are going to be our major roads, and then our minor roads, bring them out from the middle here. Not curving straight, so we can utilize most of our zonability here. Let's kind of just cut into the middle here. Like that. I'm going to leave some of this area open for larger parks, which we did originally in our first side of town, which we didn't really end up using. But I would still like to think that we may do that eventually. Yeah, we'll let that go straight to there. Maybe do some other little offshoot space filler cul-de-sacs. There's a good one there. Maybe one comes in here like that. But yeah, this will be our new residential area right here. And we may... They're going to have to use the bridge for now. I was going to say we may connect something, but I don't want to build any bridge just yet. If we do, it would be maybe like across this giant gap, so we're not going to do that right now. Yeah, let's bring in water. We can bring water from right up here. Let's bring it across the river. Yes, that's one thing that I was thinking would be awesome. We can connect both sides with a ferry. We were just talking about possible ferries earlier. There we go, and let's see about electricity. We may bring that over. I guess we could just put in some really tall ones here in the water and hope that the ships don't crash into them. Something like that. Just kind of bring it in here. Alright, and then residential. Let's go ahead and get started on low density at first. Let's paint in this side first, that way that electricity will spread. Just looking at this for a moment. An express bus that has one stop. Maybe. But at that rate we may just connect the subway and a tunnel underneath. But what if, what is a subway if not an underground express bus? Wouldn't be a bad idea, as long as the number of people that needed to take that path didn't exceed the amount that the buses are carrying. It's very red over here, isn't it? It's generic industry. What is this guy's issue? Not enough buyers for products. Just that one. And that one. But the workers, they don't have any shortage of workers now. The ore still does, but we'll see if that maintains when some of these houses move in. So now that we have electricity kind of growing into here, let's go ahead and paint in. Honestly, I'm just gonna just gonna paint in this whole thing. Not those. And not here. And yeah, I'll actually repaint some to commercial. They need some commercial area up here too. We'll actually do maybe commercial around these edges now that I think about it. Can we? Yeah, there we go. Right click, left click. So the houses that just started moving in, you gotta move back out again. Sorry about that, bud. Commercial's gonna take a while to grow. Because we don't have any demand for commercial right now. Maybe they won't move out until commercial wants to move in. Oh wow, they're popping in really quick now. Cheers. Got a little bit of a cough tonight. Trying to remember to mute myself whenever I need to cough. Okay, so that's not connected anymore. Let's just bring this down. Yeah, I'll check that in just a moment. There we go. Bring that over, they'll get power from that. Then commercial will eventually move back in. Express bus idea. Just have it come up and then over and then back. Yeah. Yeah, we may end up doing that. Let's see how traffic works out first and what we can do with a ferry. Kind of like the idea of limiting them a little bit just to kind of challenge ourselves and see, you know, if they complain about not having jobs, and then we can kind of connect it as the challenge presents itself. Office is doing all right. They're already level 1, 2, they're already level 2. How many people getting off here? This connection would be very slow if we had a whole lot of traffic, but I think that the traffic is good. Let me actually check one more thing here. Nice. How's this filling out? People moving in. Our population is growing 209 people every 10 minutes. What was the next level? Capital City is what we got last. 40,000 for Colossal City, so we got a little way to go. But that gives us floating cafes, nuclear power plants, cargo hubs, and ocean thermal energy conversion. What is a cargo hub? A cargo harbor that accepts also train traffic. Nice. So that might be something that we could place over in that other area that we found earlier. This is part of the map that I didn't even notice before. So this may actually be compatible with cargo hubs. Train line stations that actually come all the way out to these. And then if we look at our, not traffic, but if we look at transportation, yeah, see there's like the yellow cargo lines that come across there. Very interesting. Okay, so that has no through traffic. We specifically didn't want anybody to get off here just to drive down and get on here just to avoid this part of the highway. And that seems to be working. I don't see a whole lot of through traffic. Only people who have business here can drive into this part of town. I don't know where he's going. Oh, he's parking. And yet the cars didn't appear. That's fine. Okay. Cargo, how are you looking? Still flowing well. People that come in from here, yeah, they're fine. Let's check some of our menus to see if there are things that we haven't actually used much of yet while we have new people moving in. Let's see, medical, yoga garden, a beautiful garden for practicing yoga or just coming for a walk. Gives a small health benefit to the area around the building. How's our health look, by the way? We actually need some of these services down here, so let's go ahead and plop some in before people move in. There's a yoga garden for you. Let's get some main stations out here too. So let's get a fire station. Put that down over here. Let's get the full police station on the other side of the road. We don't have a prison yet. Police helicopters. Police helicopters reside at the police helicopter depot. The depot sends out helicopters to patrol the city. Patrolling helps lower the crime rate. At the end of a shift, helicopters return to the depot. Let's put police helicopters somewhere else, but that's neat. We haven't had that yet. Let's put police helicopters somewhere near the main city here. You could probably put them off this road here. Anarchied? No, they're not. Strange that it's like overriding, or not overriding other stuff. Weird. Okay, let's not do that then. Let's put them over here. That's kind of cool. Kind of overlaps our park a little bit. Police helicopters. Alright, what else do we have? We put a police department in. We're going to need schools over here. Let's go back over to regular schools. Let's put an elementary school in. Put that down here on this side. Let's put in a high school over here on the other side. We can maybe fit that in. You know, put it right there. Yeah, we're good. See if we have any unique buildings that we may actually want to go ahead and place somewhere as well. We haven't done anything with a winter market, but a temple complex. The fabulous temple complex is a place for meditation and worship for all citizens. Let's give them kind of a neat temple complex over here too. It's kind of large. Maybe we could put it... You know what? No, let's put it over here near the office park. We don't have anything on this side of the road, so let's kind of put it maybe over here just near the water. Not on the water. Yeah, right there might be good. See how that looks. Oh, that's really cool. So we may get some tourists over here. Let's give it a little bit of a move over here. Kind of an interesting terrain level here, so let's raise that up some. Let's give them a parking lot too nearby. Let's put that in like... Strange that like Anarchy is stuck on. Can we turn that like here? Turn that off. Seems to be getting set on its own. It's very strange. I don't know. We just have to be careful not to overlap things on our own. The parking lot itself follows the terrain. We could bring the terrain up. If we're careful. We can right click up here and level it like that. Bring it up, keep going. Get rid of that, there we go, bring this over, there we go. That looks better. It's a little hilly back here, but we're good. So if we get tourists, we have some parking for them there. And they can come down here if they are trying to get to this area because Old Town will allow them to park there if they have business there. Electricity. Did not want to connect over here yet. guess I'll help you out, even though this will be super redundant later. You guys just insisted on moving in on this side of town, didn't you? What's that one? It's a general store. What does it say, though? It says koi fish. Let's check out some of our others here. For electrical options, we definitely started using solar power plants. We're still good on electricity. Nuclear we haven't unlocked yet. Geothermal. Solar updraft. That's the one that we used. What is this here? Bridge over the river. That's power related? Wave power plant. And for water treatment plants. I mean, we're pumping raw sewage off the side of the map, so we're not really that worried about it. Pumping service. The pumping service has a fleet of vacuum trucks that are sent out whenever there are floods. We don't have disasters turned on. I hope we'd ever cause a flood on our own. Eco water treatment. Garbage and industry. Landfills, incineration. We may need some more incineration plants, particularly up here on this side, so let's go ahead and plan for that. Let's say we have a service road up off the top over here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's take this standard type of road, come up about 3 blocks here, and maybe even come off of it a little bit just in case we want to put some other stuff up here. Let's say that's going to be an incineration plant. Maybe even a recycling center. Recycling sorting center. Recyclable materials are sorted here. That would be something we put closer to the main city, so let's do incineration plant. And a recycling center, maybe. Let's give them electricity. For that we can bring this across the highway. Right to there. Water. That's connected. And then connect the road. And tell that road no left turns. All the lovely garbage trucks. And recycling trucks. They're making their way over to the new town. We have one rogue garbage truck who's going to go all the way across the city because someone needs their garbage picked up. Good for you, sir. Nice, we have people living on the little cul-de-sacs. That's great. It's a bit of a bump there. There we go, that looks a bit more natural. What's the office area look here? Has anyone visited this yet? That's another good question. No, we don't want to move it on. 12 people have visited, so we already have some people coming here. That's pretty neat. Okay. What else do we have for unique buildings here? Let's take a look at some of our others. The Fantastic Fountain. Mesmerizing fountains offer the perfect atmosphere for a romantic date. Latest studies show that we've read this one before, proposals made near the beautifully illuminated fountains of the Fantastic Fountain have a success rate of 96%. Now let's build a Fantastic Fountain then. Let's put it somewhere else in our city. We just need to make sure to get a couple of these every once in a while. You know what, let's put one just over here. Just outside of Pancake Town. Improve their happiness. You have water, you have electricity. It's just a fantastic fountain for everyone. It's different from this fountain, though I think they use the same fountain model. Roundabout fantastic. Okay, I feel like there was something else I was going to do before we moved on. Oh yeah, I was going to take a look here because our income is super low right now. We may need to raise our taxes a little bit more. Maybe on industry by 1%. Bring that up to 10. And, you know, I was looking at the city statistics, but yeah, there's the treasury going down. But the treasury can go down when you buy something. I wanted to see the actual, like, fluctuation of our income, which apparently isn't on there. We can look here at our expenses. The income's still going down, which I think has to do with our, you know, the time of day. People are at work right now. Nobody's buying anything. Things haven't shipped out for the day yet. Maybe that's the case. We have 2 events today. The Aquatic Center has a match today against the Rennis Alligators. And that's happening at 3 p.m., so that's happening in about an hour in-game time. And the football stadium has a match. We keep losing. We've lost several of those. But yeah, if I drop down below $1 million in the bank, I may raise taxes some more. The subway. How is the subway? This particular stop here has only serviced 11 people in the last 10 minutes. There's a car there. Let's see how many people get off. Looks alright. Let's take a look at the line overview. Or line details, rather. 1, 2, 10, 21. Passengers, 305 in the last 10 minutes. People going to lunch, maybe? Just kind of looking at some of the different stops to see how many people get on and off of the subway itself. Not super busy, but again, it really fluctuates throughout the day with this mod. Look at all the trams still kind of backed up here. This time they're backed up in the opposite direction. They were backed up going the other way before. They're just waiting at their stop though, right? Accidentally clicked on next vehicle. Let's exit that. Go back down here. There they are. So yeah, they're just stopping at the tram stop, but nobody's getting on, and they're just there for a while. Unbunching is in progress. So is that part of the... I think that's part of the traffic mod, but it's at 400%. You know, if nobody's on this, passenger 0, remove the vehicle. Passenger 0, remove that one too. I don't know about removing the stop. Like, it would be a decent stop, I think, if people, you know, people might use it on occasion. But I think each one of these is just extra on the line that don't need to be there. Those are red. We can't remove those. We can remove that. Oh, interesting. Okay. We could turn off the unbunching too. I don't know if that actually matters, because it doesn't seem to be working. Let's see. I think it may have been in the actual mod settings. Let's see. Options. Where is that at? Loading screen, move it, show it, improve public transportation, budget controls on, unbunching aggression. 52. How strong should the vehicle unbunching act? Possible values 0 to 52, where 0 will disable vehicle unbunching. Higher values will strongly impact traffic and probably cause vehicles to despawn. Vehicle unbunching. The game tries to create a gap between vehicles. Let's just turn it down. Just turn it down to like 1. So we'll let it try to do it, but like 1 and not 52. That may have been something that I turned up on accident. So we'll go back and see if they just kind of naturally don't do that anymore. There's a few of them. That's all the ones that we sent back to the base. But I think they look well spaced out enough now. So we'll just kind of leave it as is. Gonna stop at that stop? Nope, there's nobody there. It's one of our yellow buses. Let's follow him for a minute. Nope. Not that. That. I think I'm going to finish up here in about 10 minutes. Traffic on this side of town really did improve. After some of that work we did last episode, it was really bad right in here, and it looks great now. Let's check some traffic. Ooh, okay, now we got some people backing up to get off of the highway here. Is there anything we can do to help this? Let's see. They're getting over to get off here. To go down into town. Can we give them a bypass of some sort? Not really. Not unless they're trying to get down here. I think we decided we didn't want people to get off of this circle on this side. We did it over here. Oh, no, and look, it's immediately gone. So maybe it was just a temporary thing. The aquatics match is in about 24 in-game minutes. No, we're good, okay. False alarm. Still a little slow, but it's flowing. That's what we'll look for. Slow but flowing is fine. Getting a little bunchy here, but you're going. Kind of tired of messing with the Cobra anyway. Okay, all of this is good. This is super busy all the time, which is fine. We'll do the ferry, that's what we'll do in a moment. Traffic's moving here, got some people in the tunnel. Kind of weaving here a little bit. A lot of people turning around here. Overall, I'm kind of happy with this. Looks like they stop here pretty often. That's fine, though. Okay. Yeah, let's look at ferries. If we had ferry stops, we'd probably have them come along the river into town here, all the way over to Camelot Park. Maybe have a ferry stop over here with a little road. Maybe we could bring a road down from up above the park here. I don't necessarily want to do another exit off of the highway. We have one right here. We can maybe come off of that down to a ferry stop. But if we have a ferry stop down here, then we can definitely put one right here. You know what? This one down here may not be necessary if we're already putting one here. So we can put one here. And then we can put one up here just above or right on Mykonos Park, maybe. We want a road connected to it, though, so it may have to be... may not be able to do that. We've covered this whole area here, and we can't come all the way up into here, I don't think. I don't know, maybe we can. Maybe the ferry can come up and down out of this little little river here. Then we would want one probably here by Smoggy Side Heights. We definitely want one down here, which we didn't name this yet. Let's get our new little district here. Mulberry Hills. And And then definitely one up here by Pancake Town. We could technically use this river, I think, as well. So we could have a ferry come up and around. And just have like a roundabout ferry service, because that would also get some transportation options for up here on the north side of the Sterling district. Nice. Okay, so yeah, let's just take a look here at ferries, ships, harbors, cargo harbors, ferry depot. Ferry depot is where ferries stay between work shifts and are sent to lines automatically, and maximum amount of vehicles per line is handled by the budget. Depots do not act as stops and can't be connected to lines, but ferries need to be able to find their way to the lines from the depot. Use pathways to mark where they should travel. So I think we'll put that kind of like up here, I think would be neat, because we have some land here. Yeah. Or over here. This might make more sense since we're near our industrial area, and they could make their way to the line from there. So let's place it here. Let's take a look. We need to connect a road, don't we? Can we grab that kind of road with this mod? I think we tried it before. Oh no. It's a good thing it didn't crash. Okay, we'll just do our own 2-lane road. We'll do it with trees, and we'll bring it to that intersection there, so people can drive down here now. Let's get you some water. You're good on electricity. So there we go, we have a ferry depot. Sure. Now let's go back. That's postal stuff. Okay, back to the boats. So now we have ferry stops, ferry pier. A large ferry stop with room for 2 ferries at once. Connect ferry stops and piers with ferry line to create lines. Okay, so this we want to put in like highly populated areas. Ferry and bus exchange stop. That's kind of cool. Small ferry terminal. Local harbor for your small cities. And seawalls. So let's start with a large ferry pier up here, because the East Heights area and the Applewood district, I think, are going to make some use of our ferries. We're going to put them in here, right along this area. We can get that to kind of even out some. Put it right over here some, so the noise doesn't bother the neighborhood as much. Let's come out of this for a moment. We're gonna have to connect the road in each one of these scenarios. Oh, he moved out. Perfect. Just connect the road to that intersection there. Now, I know that we don't want lights, though. It's rare that anyone's gonna need to use that intersection. And the other one that we placed, it was down here. Did we? Yeah, no lights ended up going in there. Okay, just making sure. So we put in a ferry stop here that can handle 2. I'm hoping that they don't clip through this little bit of land here when they pull out. But then, let's see, we have the one stop here. This is not a stop, so we will need to make a stop. I kind of want to put one in here, where they can maybe connect to the tram. Be kind of neat if that was an option, or at least like the tram stop right there can have a pathway over here. We don't really have a road connecting this, and I don't necessarily want to connect to another intersection over here. So let's say I just want to give them the option to walk to this. Let's use the small one. Put it here, and let's just leave that there for a moment. I mean, for each one of these we'll have to make sure they get water and electricity, so we can do that first too. Electricity's good. Okay, let's also do the ferry pier up here. Let's put one over here. We'll make this work. Put one right there. See if we can actually send the ferry up through the water here. It'd be kind of neat if we can. And if we can, then we will also want one over here on the other side of Pancake Town. I think for Pancake Town we will put one right here at the end of this bus line. Ooh, you only have one dot. That doesn't look right. There we go. Hello, plane. Kind of freaking me out a little bit. Okay. Did we connect everywhere we want? We did not. If we still want to connect Mulberry Hills down here, let's give them a connection just kind of off the road a bit. There we go. Like a spaceship almost. Oh yeah, and let's make sure that we follow up these with their basic utilities. So we got the water on that one. Come around here. That one happened to already be covered. And then this one down here. There we go. How's your electricity? You're covered. Okay. We will want to connect the roads on these. We'll do that first. So let's see. That one we connected. This guy right here. What I'm thinking is that we at least connect the sidewalk so they can walk over. But I'm not crazy about connecting the road right here. I almost want this to be a pedestrian-only ferry, if that makes sense. But where would I connect that? Actually, maybe I'll bring the road over from here. If they really want to use the ferry, they can drive over from here. There we go. They can come through the neighborhood if they really want to use the ferry here. I do want to connect the walkway, though. From right here, if I can get over that square. We were there for a moment. That square. Nope. Can we get it? So strange because the tree, I think, is messing with it. Do not snap. To the road guidelines. There we go. I wanted to bring a walkway over here. I don't think they'll walk that. Don't walk on the tram tracks. Ish. Yeah, we'll bend these in. There you go. So you can walk around the tram tracks there. Let's connect you here, and we may have to... have to paint you in, which I'll be okay with. That works. Doesn't really work well. Right click to undo. No, we already painted this in. You know what, let's undo all this. Just get the natural stuff in there. Yeah, that's perfect actually now. It didn't used to be. We painted it in before because it didn't seem like it connected well, but now it actually works. And that's still a tram stop, right? Let's just make sure. Metro, the tram stops. Yeah, the tram stop's right there. Back to the ships. Or rather, back to making sure that we connect all the roads for our ships. So, then, let's go to our little river here. We connected this one. So now up the river, we want to connect this. And I was thinking that we just go ahead and plow through some of these. Like that one there. Was that anarchied? They moved out, but... no, we don't want to tear that up. Let's say, yeah, I think we have anarchy stuck on, which means the trees are going to act weird, but there we go. So that's connected, and then the one down here, that was easy. We're just going to connect that. So that's good to go. And the one over here. This, I believe, we just want to connect from maybe a curving road from this corner here, so we don't necessarily eat into the existing buildings that we've created. But they can kind of make their way down here. And they can walk it if they really need to. Now we need to make our ferry lines. So, I know that I want one to go around this circle. And I can probably stop here too. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4 around this circle. And then we want one that goes 1, 2, or rather 1, 2, 3, 4, probably like long ways. So we'll make 2 ferry lines. Let's see what we have here. Ship path, ferry pathway. Ferry pathway is what we're looking for. So we need to connect. Here's the double. So I guess we need to bring it out. Maybe a curve. Can we do a curve? Bring a curve out. Maybe we actually just make a circle out of this now that I'm looking at it. And here's what I'm thinking, and I'll show you why. Let's go straight here. Up into this river. To there. And then through here. Up to there. And then against the current. Down through here. I'm hoping that it can pass through this kind of narrow stream. And connect to there. Then you come down around here. Pass. Do you connect here? It says that they have to reach, but I don't know if they have to connect. We'll just have it do that. We'll have it come through here. And honestly, oh, no, we want to bring it down from here to here. Then from here, curve, up to here, and up to here. So we can add to that later, but honestly, it's just going to be one big loop. And then we can come over here to ferry line. Do we add stops that way? Construct ferry depot. We have a ferry depot, don't we? We made one. Yeah, it's right here. It's right? Or is that a different kind of depot that we created? What is this? That's the harbor. Do we put in a new harbor? Cargo harbor. This is just like a regular cruise ship harbor. I don't think we want that to be there. I think we want this. That's where we want our ferry harbor. So we need you to move. If I can get it to actually work. I've had some issues with my menus, probably due to mods. Click on something else, escape, come back out, click on it. There we go, now you'll move. I want you to be like way down here then. If you're gonna be a ferry harbor, I want you to be near this harbor. Maybe we could put you down here at the end of the road, next to the stadium. The ships can line up next to each other here, kind of in and out. Let's move you. Rotate you. It's flooding. You're a harbor. I kind of would hope so. Okay, let's take this kind of road here, connect you. I guess we'll give you a little curve. like it when they have like 2 crosswalks like that. It kind of glitches out. Ooh, a lot of people coming and going here. Is the game on? It's about to be on. How did our Aquatic Center game go? We won! And we had $87,000 in ticket sales. Go Spartans! Okay, now you, sir, are confused. Alright, Matt, you have a good night. I'm going to be wrapping up here in just a few minutes. This is going to be a problem. Let's take you. Yeah, there you go. Okay, all these people were waiting on the cargo harbor. You can go somewhere else now. We are going to place in. He went aground. We need the ferry harbor. The ferry depot, rather. The ferry depot is going to go right here, right where the other one was going to be. And we need to connect it here. So we'll take this. Bust out those two, and that one, and that one. And we will have this connect, maybe with a curve. Maybe we'll be a little bit more fancy with it. Bring you out to here. Okay, so now we can make stops. So we just want to make our circle. Start here. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they don't stop here. And they don't have to stop here. They just have to be able to pass by there. And then finish the line. So we have ferries, lots queued up. Let's get out of this view, and they should be leaving. Here they are. We're now a ferry. It's not a great view. The Sterling District Shuttle. So they stopped. They didn't pick anybody up because nobody knew that that was a thing yet. Oh neat, you can see the buoys in the water for their path if you get close enough. That'll be really neat once they're actually, you know, circling around. I kind of want to watch one go up through the river. See how that works out. We have a high residential demand again. We haven't dropped down below 1 million, but we might be at risk of doing that. Let's... I think we'll utilize that residential demand to get more people moving in on our next episode, and then we'll try to raise taxes again. We'll have to try to remember to do that. We don't want to drop down under $1 million. Look at all of the little ferries. Alright, so I think we'll follow this ferry with our outro. Thanks for joining me tonight. I will be back on Wednesday where we're going to try to do another party stream. So maybe we'll do another 4-player party, see if we can get 4 people together. And don't know what we're playing yet. It'll be a surprise, so tune in to find out. And as always, I'll see you next time. That's right, more parties. Have a good night.